Hey there folks, Martin from Matthews Studio Equipment, coming to you from my backyard. Once again, Matthews University, here to talk about the gear. Today, the world famous Quacker Clamp. Yes, it holds your bead boards, your foam core, your coroplast, whatever you want to hold. That's a nice flat stock. You got these awesome lips, like a quacker, like a duck. You're going to hear people call this platypus, duckbill, lips, onky bonk. It's a beadboard holder. We call it a Quacker Clamp, so that's what we're going to refer to it as today. Let's talk about the build. We got these awesome plates right here. That's the lips of the clamp. And then right here, you see it is a 5/8 pin with that undercut and the awesome knurling. We have that safety hole right there. And this is a vice grip, the original vice grip. You can loosen and tighten right here. It has a hex key receiver, so if you really need to crank on it, I prefer to just open it, release it, make the adjustment, then crank back down. I have a beat up old bounce card here that's been in my backyard for a little too long, and because of that it's gone a little concave, but it's going to do great for our demo today. So check it out. I'm going to mount this with our white side out. I have a pebble on one side, white on the other. I'm going to mount it white side out. You don't need to sink it all the way in there and crank down. A lot of times that'll deform the card. What I like is just lining it up with the edge of the plates, cranking it down, and there you have it. You have a wonderful connection. And let me get a little bit of this. And now let's go mount it into the C-stand that I have waiting behind me here, and I'll show you a couple tips. Here we go. So I have my trusty Matthews sliding leg C-stand right here. Let's get the arms situated, make sure we have our large leg out that way. I got a bag down there. Awesome. Now, if I was going to mount this into there, just like so, find the angle. You're like, all right, great, finding the angle, and then going to lock it off. This guy's just kind of bouncing out there. You see, there's not much support. So what I like to do, if I have the arm to be able to use right now, is I'm going to loosen the arm, loosen the head, and rest the bounce right on that arm under here. I don't know if you can see that too well, but I'm resting the bounce card on the arm. That way I'm giving it a little bit more support, and now you can continue to find your angle with the arm. And that's, once you crank it down, you're going to have that 5/8 stock arm all the way down the majority of the length of the card, and it's really going to give you a little bit extra support. You are still free to find the angle that you need. You can pan it, you can tilt it, and you just have that little bit extra, so it's not just flopping out there. You see, there's actually some stability there. Once again, if that arm wasn't there, let me loosen this guy, and the arm was just not being used at all, it's a lot floppier. So loosen that arm, use the 5/8 stock there to give yourself a little bit more support right here, as you can see, and then you're really in business. If you're going to go the opposite direction, let me give you another tip right here. So we're going to go up with this guy, loosen everything off, and you want to bounce it in the opposite direction. If you're going to be way up here, you're going to crank this down, be able to use the arm to find the angle that you want, and then once you have that angle, you can come up here, take this riser, the second riser, and you can use it right there to support. Let me drop the bag, and I'll actually come to the camera to show you guys what I'm doing here. I'm using the riser to rest and to capture the bottom of the card, and then you can see the top of the card is just the Quacker Clamp in there. But now you have, I didn't tighten that, there we go. Now you have whatever angle you want. You can still loosen and add to the angle, way down there, way up here, but you see what you're trying to do, even if you go that flat with it, is you are still capturing the card with that bottom, or with that knuckle for the riser, for the T-handle, and it gives you, once again, a little bit more support. It's not going to be blowing around in the wind. It's really going to help you out. So those are two tips on how to mount a bounce card using a Quacker Clamp into a C-stand. It would also work with a combo stand and a grip arm, a 40-inch arm. Really cool, really simple. I'm getting some crazy kickback right there. And that's another tip, another trick to using your beadboard in the Quacker Clamp. Thanks for listening. Any questions? Post them down below. I'm gonna go inside now because I have air conditioning. Take care of each other. Matthews University, knocking it out of the park.